Power Book 4, Force, Season 2, Episode 2. Great Consequence. We're at the scene of the crime where Tommy killed Chewie, and a Chicago police officer knows all about the guy Tommy iced, Chewie. This white man having to explain to another cop the reason black people don't speak to the cops is nuts, being that he ain't in training anymore, and he's in Chicago.
I get increasingly upset when I have to watch cop scenes in Power. They just get me very irritated. I do not like the dialogue. I don't be liking where they're going. It all seems to follow the same general structure.
Yep.
We need to band together to get these criminals out of here, and then slowly along the way of building up the case, you find out that the individuals building the case are every bit as corrupt as the criminals that they're chasing, and it just seems to be this like they can't get out of that frame of I don't know, direction for that side of the crime world that we're building. It's like I'm never really fond of the cop part. I mean, maybe that's just inherent. I don't know. Who knows? But I'm just not a big fan of the cop subplots in Power.
I agree.
Kind of in general.
I think it has to do with the fact that they're never going to win.
It's just you're never going to catch up.
They're always going to be several steps behind.
Perpetually.
Even when it seems like they're getting the closest.
And it's usually due to some sort of blind spot or bias or just wanting to bury an innocent person or obsession or something like that. Yeah, it's just same shit.
It is.
Like I know this chick. She got a civil rights suit out onto the Chicago PD, right? So just like any other politician or somebody in a position of hers, she will eventually give that up and tank it so that she can have this task force stay intact. Right, because right now they probably gonna give it to her because some later stuff will happen in the episode, but it'll be at jeopardy and she'll be forced to give that up.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll stop, investigating criminality for the Chicago PD so that we can catch Tommy Egan. Seems like a fair trade because you're definitely gonna get the Mexican cartel off of this. That's what's absolutely gonna happen.
Yep.
You're gonna follow this trail all the way back to the Mexican drug cartel,
and
you're gonna get in and out of that with your life.
Yes.
That's how that's going to end.
Absolutely.
Power.
Chicken Wing just trying to play his saxophone, and he claims that Chicken Wing ain't no snitch until you pay this man. Chicken Wing say he ain't no idiot, but I feel bro could have got more money out of that cop.
Or maybe not had this conversation like right here. I mean? Chicken Wing ain't no snitch unless you going to hand me some money in plain sight, then I'll sing like a canary.
Tommy busts in on Diamond busting down some cheeks to tell him that he iced Chewie, and Diamond is upset. Diamond wants Tommy to stop focusing on beefs and focus on getting money. Tommy sees the point but doesn't concede that Chewie had to die.
Yeah, no, homeboy did have to go. He was a problem.
Yes.
He was a problem. He was an issue. He was an issue for Jenard, and Jenard didn't even know. So, yeah. Yep. Homeboy had to go.
Mm-hmm.
But he is talking that ghost talk. I thought he was going to get mad at first. Like when he was saying, my old partner used to say that all the time. But you right.
Yeah.
But Chewie had to die.
He's learning a little bit.
A little bit.
The fact that Jenard and his team feel they can just fuck around and kill Tommy is nuts. If Tommy was going to die by y'all hands, it would have already happened.
Again, the crash dummy aesthetic on this show is like through the roof. Even more so than on Power.
Yep.
Like at least on Ghost, it kind of feels like they have of course they got a lot of young dumb killers, but like strategic. They somehow become these like excellent hitmen where they're experts at getting in and out and using the weapons.
So they're smarter.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, they're college criminals. But like over here, it is your who's of stock drill rappers.
Yeah.
On the next world building, hip hop game if there ever is one. That's what it feels like. It feels like I'm going through default set number 1, default set number 2, default set number 3. And that is what is comprising Gerard's army.
Yep. Realistically, at some point in the season, we should see a music video shoot, and the cops pull up on the shoot because one of the rappers snitched on themselves.
Here go the beat. Doom, doom, doom. Doom, doom, doom. I'm like, man, I know I've heard about like 30 different drill songs on this song alone, but they on this show alone, but they all sound the same. Every single one of them.
Yeah, no, Chicago drill sounds like New York drill now. It's all the same. Yep, and then they're just going to snitch on each other, or they're going to snitch during the song.
If I hear that fucking beat pattern one more damn time on somebody's song, like grah. Yeah, we ain't going there.
Like grah is crazy. Tommy goes to see Vic to check up on him. Vic explains that he's no longer with Claude or Walter, and Tommy tries to take advantage of this by getting him to do his own thing or join CBI, because why not? Tommy then asks who killed Liliana, and Vic declines giving the info by saying, if I see something, I'll let you know. Vic then asks Tommy if he knows who deaded Dahlia, and Tommy replies, nope, but if I see something, I'll let you know.
That was a smart little back and forth. They both trying to kind of feel each other out, see if they going to give it up, because they think they know. They think they know what they know, but they don't really know, so I'm going to put the feeler out there and see if you can confirm it for me. And they seen that like they both picked up on it, and they were both able to kind of navigate it around it intelligently. I like that part. In the dialogue.
Yeah, would do that. Walter got a plug on a bad batch of pills. Bro doesn't want to push it on his people because of course not.
Yo, what in the absolute this whole conversation. So
Crazy.
yeah, man, I got these fucking poison pills I need to get off of me, right? But I need the money back. Like, first of all, dump them bitches in the ocean and wash your hands of this. But again, people are endlessly greedy, and so I got to make some money off of it, right? So yeah, you gonna find a way to push these hot doses, right? He said the Narcan ain't even gonna wake these dogs up after they take this. Okay.
Yep.
So, boom, here go Walter. I can't push this on my people. The drug addicts that you sell to?
Yep.
Your people?
He doesn't want to kill his.
Is that how you identify them?
Yes. Of course.
No, stop it.
Of course.
Stop it. Them ain't been your people not one day. Yo, people, shut your mouth. What you should have said is, I can't kill all my junkies with these pills. So where they got to go?
We'll push it on the south side.
Yeah, sounds like The Godfather.
I know just the person looking for this type of business opportunity.
Jenard.
Absolutely.
For sure. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Struggling for money. You got the cartel on your back. You got the Serbs on your neck. Yeah, here, Jenard. Here,
you don't want to push it on your people? I'll push it on my people. I need this money.
His situation gonna end up terrible by the end of the season.
Oh,
He's
sure.
Stretched way too thin.
Absolutely.
He's stretched way too thin.
Power has its second sex scene in less than 15 minutes. And this time it's Claude, and she's with that one guy from Dublin.
I was like, who are the chicken cutlets? I was so confused.
I saw Claude, but I was like, I don't know who this guy is. Then she finally rolls over, and I'm like,
okay, Claude, trying to get some information. She do it. Yeah, she right. She do whatever.
Yeah, no, she does.
She throwing ass. She shooting headshots. Y'all need to watch out for Claude.
Right. Bro warns Claude that Walter needs to start bringing in some bread, or that pipeline back to Dublin is not going to be there anymore. And he might get iced. Diamond pulls up.
He had cut his head off.
Yeah.
Like, damn, man, that's what you get for subpar results? You can't just retire the man?
Yeah, permanently.
Jesus.
Well, I guess if you're retired, it should be permanently, but you get what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Diamond pulls up on Jenard, and it must not be beef all like that, because ain't none of them niggas on site with it. They talking like they got bullets for Tommy, but that shit sound weak. Jenard is down on the scoreboard majorly to Tommy, but he talking like he ain't afraid of him. Diamond know bro ain't got no way to win this war against Tommy and others, especially by looking at the table with no money on it.
Yeah. You know, we working these streets. This little, you got
Excuse
me?
You
got $100K on the table. Like, fam, okay.
You're doing what?
If that was $100K. Like, right,
I know
buddy,
you're in debt too, so like.
You stretch thin.
Yikes.
Like, real bad. We know them Serbs own you. And we know Miguel. We know you went and asked for an extension of your money from Miguel too. It's bad. I dare you to do something. Mm-hmm. I dare you. You should have told homeboy to chill out.
Yep. Walter informs Vic of his plan to push pills to black folks through he didn't say through Jenard yet, I don't think. Walter informs Vic of his plan to push pills to he did. He said he was thinking of doing it through Jenard, I think.
Yep.
Anyway, Vic
Because he said CBI wouldn't just let him walk in. He was like, yeah, but Jenard is a weak little pussy ass boy. and we can move in on him.
Yeah.
And then we can work our way through Diamond and Tommy.
You got it. Vic tells Walter that Claude is behind Dahlia, and Vic seems to be upset for a second, but I think he knows where he's going to go next with his moves. Mm-hmm. I need to know why nobody checks the scoreboard against Tommy, because Walter is also down, but thinks he can handle Tommy. Like, nobody's checking the scoreboard.
Well, but see, he don't have a choice. He has to forge forward because it's somebody on his ass too.
Yeah.
Right, with a deadline, so he doesn't really have a choice.
But the fact that all of them are like, I'm not worried about Tommy.
He can't be worried about Tommy right now. Tommy is not the focus at the moment. He has to get some cushion in between him and back home.
Fair enough. Diamond's PO pulls up on him at the barbershop after they riff on the old barber in the shop for having no customers, which is so cliche at this point. Diamond got a pee in a cup, but Tommy got an appointment with him. Diamond tells him to dip.
Mm-hmm.
Jenard tells his boys to pause on the Tommy shit. Why one of them niggas didn't immediately call out that he met with Diamond and now it's forget about Tommy? Like, it was, oh, yeah, we about to kill Tommy. You meet with Diamond, now it's forget Tommy?
I mean, basically, they kind of did. Or one guy did, the one that stormed out. But
yeah, but I feel like it wasn't as much pressure about meeting with Diamond as it was, oh, why is it forget Tommy now?
I think it was established from jump when they found out Homeboy was dead that it wasn't Diamond. Like, they pretty easily set their sights back onto Tommy, which was obvious. But so in that way, it probably wasn't no
beef on him.
Like if he didn't okay it, then we probably all on the same page about that, even though,
But I guess that's just like, why start treason and then Diamond still is telling you, hey, chill out on Tommy, and you do it?
Well, because the people he was recruiting, that's what treason was for. Yeah. Right. He probably had a feeling that it was cracks in the fissures of CBI long before any of this shit started going off. He just knew how to draw all of the ugliness out. He knew how to draw all of the motherfuckers out. But like, I don't think it was ever like a y'all my crew now. Like, I care about y'all. No, man, y'all were the crash test dummies.
Yeah.
Y'all were the fodder.
Mm-hmm.
Like, y'all were a means to an end. And so, like, if y'all are realizing that prematurely, then maybe it is good that Diamond and Tommy is chipping away at y'all. We can motivate the others and get rid of the bad apples. Because that's what he treating y'all as anyways, except for old girl, except for Layla Ali.
Layla Ali is crazy. Anyway, the one little nigga gets mad and storms off. That's when Miguel texts Jenard about the money that he does not have. Walter has an opportunity for Claude, which is the same thing he told Vic about first. Bro is clearly...
He just tossing that job up and like, first person to take it, get it.
Here you go, Vic. Oh, you don't want to? Okay. Here you go, Claude.
Hey, Claude. Yeah, okay. Victor. You have to take it now.
Bro is clearly upset about Dahlia, but he can't say anything because he needs her. Walter tells her that Vic needs his sister during his grieving for Gloria.
The fuck he does. That's what I don't even understand. Like, if you want somebody to take the job, to hell with the other one. And that's what he ended up doing, eventually. But he kind of took a while to get there.
Yeah. Yep. Tommy pulls up to Miguel's with cash and gets halted at first, but then the same dude with the gun last time on bullshit acts like he cool because he knew somebody that knew Julio from back in New York.
So obviously there's somebody talking to this dude, or he knows somebody back from New York that's feeding him info about Tommy, because it's weird they keep showing their interactions. And also now that he done brought up Julio, now it's a whole thing. Refresh my memory. Did Tommy kill Julio?
I don't think so. I think
somebody killed Julio.
Julio was working with Ghost at the time he died, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He was the new Tommy, though? I thought. Dre tells Julio to meet him at a warehouse where he is ambushed by two Toros Locos members and Uriel.
It was Dre, bitch ass.
Julio is disarmed and quickly realized that Dre had set him up.
Yeah, it was Dre's bitch ass.
Yep.
So that's probably, watch out for that, because they'll probably, not knowing that it was Dre, try to blame it on Tommy. That'll probably be a little bit of heat behind it. Oh, grandma already don't trust him. She smelled a stink all over him. Know that he's bad news, that he's bringing bad energy with him. I don't know. Watch out for that. It should be easily explained if he ever gets to sit down in front of somebody who will listen. But it'll be an issue down the line. They're already kind of teasing that it is going to be a problem.
Yeah.
I don't think. I think it was. I think they were Serbian. They weren't Hispanic.
Were they?
Yeah. They were Serbian. I mean, you know,
They look kind of tan.
You get them light skinned Hispanics, them Latin.
Yeah, that's
then,
true.
Then you get the Serbs, who are kind of browner white people.
That's fair.
So that's fair. It's close.
I'll give you that. The task force wasn't approved to go and get Tommy. The boss of the DEA wasn't trying to hear nothing about what that Asian man had to say. I was like, what?
She was all over him. That got to be her ex.
Something.
Because the new cop is her new boo.
Yeah.
Right? I guess she just swore off black men somewhere along the way. Because clearly Asian dude that was trying to help her in the office is her old thing. And her new thing is the dude that was kissing her hand when they was driving later on. So
yeah.
She got something going on here.
I don't know. Miguel peeps that Tommy's got nothing to live for anymore, so he'd likely be a valuable person to have around. Of course, Maria's around to help him out, and Tommy got to try to still flirt with her. Tommy says she has pretty eyes, and then she looks and says, "So do you." What is up with this dialogue when it comes to flirting this season? It's so awkward.
They don't work very hard trying to convince us that a natural attraction or a love is blossoming. Like, that shit doesn't happen like that. No. Like let's think about it. She's engaged to this dude, right? Is she? Or is that just her boyfriend?
At the very least, it's her boyfriend.
At least it's her boyfriend, the doctor dude, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, she understands her brother is involved in criminality. She doesn't really fuck with anybody who comes out of that. That's the premise that she set for us early on in the show. What sense does it make for her to be working on this man and then to start flirting with him in the instant, in the moment, out of fucking nowhere, given all of the guardrails that she set in the first 2 episodes?
Mm-hmm. Just for her to then go back and say to stay far away.
I mean, shit, for all of that, she might as well have took the ride when she hopped on the bus. If she was going to start flirting with him after he got shot doing some shit that she just told him he was going to get killed doing.
It doesn't make sense. Abuela shows up to see Miguel after the shooting, and Miguel explains that Maria is inside. Mm-hmm. As she goes inside, Tommy talks out of turn yet again, but Abuela got her eye on bro.
Snipped him out from the jump.
She seems to be a major player for the whole Miguel situation, so we shall see. Vic is in a dive bar smelling like shit apparently. Claude comes to check in on him. Claude explains that everything could be lost if Walter doesn't make a play, which she found out from that other Irish guy. Mm-hmm. Vic finds out that it was the dude she slept with, and his name is Doyle, that told her the info and shames her for it. Vic explains that he's trying to protect Claude, and she unnecessarily says, "You're going to protect me like you protected Gloria?" That shit was so extra.
Trash as hell for no reason at all. I'm sorry. Weren't you sent here to bring him back into the fold?
Yep.
Jesus Christ, loser. Talk about not hitting the objective at all.
Like, she took that as, oh, you're a woman, you need to be protected. But it's like,
she does have some of the kind of senseless misogynistic traits that you would accuse a misogynist of having.
Yeah.
But she's a woman.
Yeah.
So it's very odd to hear her, like, maybe it's part of trying to, like, establish herself as that, like, masculine, protege that her father always wanted, but, like, it comes off as very silly at times.
Yeah. Abuela asks about Tommy immediately and thinks he's a Serb. She has Miguel have a seat to talk about it. Miguel doesn't know if he should trust him yet, but knows that he did save his life. Mm-hmm. Miguel wants to hit the Serbs immediately, and Abuela wants to set up a meeting with El Che. This organization does not fuck around. Mm-hmm. They got their shit together, as opposed to some of the other organizations in this show. Stacy, the boss of the feds, looking for help with getting a task force. Stacy is the boss of the feds. That's her name, the black chick. She's looking for help with getting a task force on Tommy Egan from the head of CPD, or I don't know what the hell she was. I forgot what they called her. Chicago doesn't want said task force because they don't want to have the city mistrusting them. Stacy might meet the requirements needed, but she apparently has some sort of beef with Chicago PD, which we later find out is the whole civil rights thing she had going against them. Which
is probably warranted, but she'll again eventually end up giving up in the context of the story. Calling it now.
With the history of Chicago PD, oh yeah, definitely. Recent history of Chicago PD, probably warranted.
I'm calling it now.
Oh well. Jenard's little bro is training in the boxing gym, and he's upset because he doesn't want to work for a pussy. Somehow, I feel like that info is going to come right back to Jenard. Gee, I wonder how. Tommy heard about the cartel drop when he was supposedly knocked out, and he knows when and where the drop is supposed to happen. So apparently there's going to be some kind of either heroin or fentanyl drop.
Tommy silently knowing Spanish is a nice quirk as well. It is. Like I like that he understands it, but plays like he doesn't.
Yeah.
Like he'll never respond back to you in Spanish if he can even talk it. But he clearly understands it enough for motherfuckers not to be able to just say anything around him.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. Vic heads into a liquor store and immediately starts drinking. Some chick walks up on him and asks him if he wants to party. She asks if he wants a blowjob and starts to give it to him.
This scene sucked.
It really did.
Absolutely
really
sucked.
Did.
Because I'm looking at it, I'm like, yo, he really about to like get set up by an undercover cop.
I definitely thought that.
Shit was so obvious. I was like, this has to be an undercover cop.
Or he was going to get hit across the head and taken somewhere.
Yeah, like, are you telling me some random chick in a corner store took him into a closet? Like, no way. There's what? And then off of that, he upstrap on the owner and robs the place.
And then gives the money to her and then takes like $10 and then walks off without her. That whole thing was just
scene
weird
was trash
and
like,
unnecessary.
If they were trying to show a spiral, I feel like we could have got a little bit more creative than that. Maybe make it mean something later on in the season. But this is a very throwaway scene that was unnecessary.
Agreed.
Again, felt very, sex scene quota.
Yeah.
Sex scene quota.
Sex scene. Here's a gun. That's all I got out of it.
It was very unnecessary. I was like, oh, no, for sure. She's an undercover cop. And he's so drunk that he can't see it.
Because literally the thing that happens in the next scene could have happened without any of that.
Without any of this happening at all.
Like, he had a bottle, he's drinking it while he's driving. He could have got pulled over regardless. Mm-hmm. So Vic eventually gets pulled over, smelling like booze, and he's got the bottle on him. Cops tell him to open the window and throw out the keys. Vic tries to play the white privilege card a bit too hard, and they lock his dumbass up.
Now, that part actually has a chance to play down the road, because eventually when they pull up this traffic cam footage and he's on there talking about, you're probably on my family payroll, I'm Victor Flynn.
Oh, that's even crazier.
That makes sense. All of that shit that happened prior to there did not need to happen. It was useless. I don't even know.
Even the fact that Walter had to go and bail him out.
Again, that connection may play something down the road.
Yeah.
This random interaction at the corner store.
That he didn't even get arrested for.
You know what I'm saying? Unless there's like an Asian gang that's going to start playing a role down the line, and that was somebody's cousin that he disrespected or some shit.
And the store owner is connected to the Asian.
Watch that be a thing. I'm going to be so pissed. I'm going to be mad as hell. Like, oh, I got me.
So this whole time, Stacy's mad in the DEA at this Asian man. He's connected to.
Shit. Nah, it's racist. Because you don't even know they from the same country.
Oh, but it's only two we know.
Okay, let's move on.
Miguel goes to speak with El Che, and El Che doesn't want Miguel to go after the Serbs because it will screw up.
It's something going on with him. The Serbs got him by the short and curly somehow. Somehow he got something nasty going on with the Serbs, because you wouldn't just let him disrespect you like that.
Yeah,
like, I mean, money is money, sure, but you're not just gonna bend over because they're paying you. So something's going on with him.
El Che threatens Miguel's sister if he does anything to the Serbs.
Yeah, and then you coming back on me. So, like, you are definitely afraid of me making a move to the Serbs. You're not afraid necessarily of the Serbs hurting me, because you're taking that. You know it's happening, and you're just going to take it on the chin. But then you are so afraid of me doing something to them that you threaten me and my family's life. Okay, yeah, it's definitely something's going. Red flag. Red flag. Red flag. Red flag.
Mm-hmm. And now Miguel's got to go back to his team with his tail tucked.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see. For owing Miguel a good amount of money, Jenard sure is doing a whole lot of nothing sitting in this chair smoking. Damn, start a GoFundMe or some shit. Something.
He's sitting around waiting for the steppers to come get him. Well, I'm just gonna smoke my last blunt, bro. It's gonna be my last day.
Oh my God. He gets told that somebody foreign is here for him, and in walks the Serbs. The Serbs demand payment until they get the blocks back that they're owed. Jenard is now down even more money that he owes Miguel. That GoFundMe is starting to look like a better idea. Even with his little homie asking what they're going to do, this little nigga is still hitting the blunt. Go do something. Go get some bread. Something.
Go rob somebody. Go steal a car.
Go sell some shit.
Y'all supposed to be gangsters. Go do some gangster shit. Y'all sitting around, man, I can't wait to kill Tommy. Go make some money.
Oh my God. That pissed me off so much. Diamond gets approached by a cop at the shop who moves to arrest him. We will talk about this later.
Random nonsense.
Jenard talks to his boo about not knowing what to do. Homegirl breaks him off with some cash and he turns it down like he has an option. She tells him that it's a loan, but Jenard already has at least 2 of these, so how does this even help?
Fam, you married now, okay? Yeah. That is your woman. Stop going out, okay? You are locked down. Y'all are criminal king and queen together.
Power then continues with more terrible flirtatious dialogue. He says the same shit again. Oh, I want you.
They can barely have a serious conversation. Seriously, they can barely say 3 sentences to each other and then it closes off.
Yeah.
It's like, why am I supposed to take this serious? Now it just feels like he's getting over.
Yep.
Which, I mean, in reality, he is.
He is.
But, like, I feel like they're shipping this relationship to us, and it ain't going over well because, like, they don't talk long enough without taking off their clothes.
Yep. Agreed.
Or her giving him some money to save his ass.
Or both in this scene.
Yeah, both.
Walter bails Vic out. Walter then pleads for his son's help and apologizes for what happened. Vic demands that Claude be out for him to be in it, and Walter immediately agrees. Maybe he's bullshitting for now. Maybe he's not. I don't know.
We'll see.
Turns out Diamond wasn't getting arrested. It was his CO acting like a damn freaky frog. His old CO is also hitting drugs and offers Diamond like he ain't Boy Scout of the Year. Relax. Yeah. He's not going to hit the drugs with you.
No, he's not. Again, why did this shit need to happen? Why did this scene need to happen? Why do we need this random ass shit?
You know why it happened.
Like, man,
sex and drugs.
What kind of cosplay role
and
play
cop
shit?
Gangster.
And apparently he was smacking them cheeks when he was still locked up.
Yeah.
Okay. Well.
I think AI is writing power at this point. All you got to do is type in the keywords and you'll get scenes like this.
Like, man, this shit is turning into Zane Sex Chronicles for sure. For sure.
Tommy and Diamond, along with CBI hitters, make move on the Serbs. I feel like this is the exact same bridge we've seen multiple times in this show.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what was up with that action scene when Diamond hit bro with the truck. That CGI was absolutely garbage. Like, Tommy goes to punch him. It looks all weird. And then Diamond comes in with the car.
Why did you take the mask off right then? Like,
was also weird.
Why did he just need to do that? Because now I feel like somebody took a picture or there's a security camera around or something now with Tommy's face on it when he absolutely did not need to unmask to immediately kill the man.
Somebody's got to explain this Marvel Phase 5 CGI during the fight scene when I've seen power fight scenes and they don't need any of that. I don't know. Maybe that was just me. I feel like this argument Walter has with Claude is a direct lift from season 1. We're still on this "you're not a man" bullshit. Like,
I don't know where.
You're not my son.
Where
so
we just went. Like, maybe he saw the opportunity to get Vic back into, the business and be the heir to the throne like he always wanted, and said, "Oh well, fuck you, Claudia." But then, like, I don't know. I'm not going to attempt to try to explain it. It just seems like we're regressing.
Yes. Miguel goes to survey the crime scene and sees his drugs are gone and sees one of the dead Serbs. Bro doesn't give a fuck about what LJ was talking about now. It's on with the Serbs.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's on site. I am going to attempt to try to figure it out. So, well, you know what? No. Keep going. Get to the end of the episode, and then I'll explain.
All right.
What's going on with Walter.
Oh, okay. All right. Tommy got plans for hire and wants a seat with the cartel, but now they got to figure out how they're going to move all this new product that they just stole. Mm-hmm. Jenard thanks homegirl for her loan, and he's getting all sentimental over it. She says that the crew doesn't trust him, so she explains that he needs to get his shit together. I don't know if it's going to happen next episode, but she's definitely dying at some point.
Too loyal to the wrong guy.
Yeah. No, agreed. Vic goes to see Gloria. Power loves their sex scenes, but the second type of scene they love is characters talking to graves. It's all over Power. Vic explains that he's going to take out Walter from the inside and destroy it all, and destroy his heart like he destroyed mine.
So, based off of that, right? Him directly asking Claude not to be involved in the business when they were talking outside of the jail is his way of getting Claude free of the destruction he plans to lay.
I got that too.
Right? Because the way that he did Claude within all of that as an agreement with Vic, he probably knew when he asked him. That's exactly what he's going to do. He's going to say, fuck off. You don't have balls. Mm-hmm. You don't have any balls. That's the problem. Right? He knew that as sure as he knew the sun was going to rise, that if he offered his dad an opportunity to kick the woman out of the room, that he would take it.
Do it. Yeah.
Okay? So the only thing I had to do was offer it, and like a ravenous animal that he is, he took it, took the red meat. Mm-hmm. And so now Claude feels he feels astrayed and will probably never trust him reaching his hand out again. Cool, I got her free of him. She'll never trust him again. Good. That'll make him all that more susceptible to what I plan to do to him.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Is what I took from it.
Yeah, no, I agree with that for sure. Tommy gets shot at by homeboy from treason, and he misses Tommy completely and hits some lady's poor daughter.
Like, bruh, what in the fuck?
Like, Tommy is dead still. Stopped at the light. You couldn't hit him for shit.
Homeboy is terrible. And now you about to get dealt with or become a goddamn 88.
Yep. The cop from the beginning and the Fed boss is on a date. So I still don't know what the cop from the beginning's name is, but Stacy is on a date. She still talks about this task force on her date, which reminds me of homegirl from Raising Kanan, who always talks about her job with her girlfriend, Burke.
Oh yeah, Burke. I don't know what's going on with Howard. just acting really weird. I thought we were having dinner.
Speaking of which, season 3, December 1st.
Oof, okay.
Yep. Apparently Stacy tried to have a civil rights investigation on the CPD, and that's why they don't fuck with her. Bro drops her off and goes to look at the body at the crime scene, and then calls Stacy and explains that because they killed a little girl, she'll probably get her task force.
Have a hard time believing that was the first little girl to have lost her life in Chicago, but
it's cool. Not. I specifically remember actually that happening multiple times in Chicago, but
so
for the exact same reason. So, yeah.
Oh, but now we need the task force.
Yeah.
Anywho, yeah. So that is was that episode 3?
Episode 2.
Episode 2. Sorry. So the last episode. I think I said last 2 episodes when I was talking about. Give us your thoughts on this week's episode and also predictions for next week. Put it in the comments below. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Come back to us every Every Monday for Power Reviews. Right now we are on Power Book 4 Force.
Yep. And like I said, December 1st, Raising Kanan's coming back. So
for sure.
Make sure you stay for that. Obviously, we have a playlist full of Power Book 2 Ghost, Power Book 3 Raising Kanan, and Power Book 4 Force. Make sure you check that out and make sure you subscribe because we will be doing the rest of Power Book 4 Force for the rest of the season.